To the esteemed research speakers, Dr. Filomena Dayagbil, PAFTE Vice President for Visayas, and Dr. Margarita Fajardo, Dean of the Office for Research and Creative Endeavors at Ateneo de Naga University, the Philippine Association for Teachers and Educators, Bicol Region, headed by Dr. Nora Licop, and the rest officers and members, to the participating administrators, deans, educators, teachers, and significant others, a bright morning and pleasant day to everyone. The focus of my keynote address today is on global research competitiveness in education in the digital era as the theme of this significant event. This is the outline of my keynote piece for you today. Trends and challenges in research, the future of research, setting new research directions, 3 academic trends that reshape university spaces, technology, support services, and teaching learning process, challenges and reflections, and ways forward on research competitiveness. Let me start with my introduction about the trends and challenges in research. Today's international, interdisciplinary, team-oriented, and technology-intensive research has created an environment more fraught with the potential for error and distortion. A number of researches were identified as problematic for ensuring research integrity and maintaining good scientific practices that have generally continued along their long-term trend lines, including the size and scope of the research enterprise, the complexity of collaboration, the growth of regulatory requirements, and the importance of industry sponsorship and entrepreneurial research. Several important new trends have also emerged, including the pervasive and growing importance of information technology in research, the globalization of research, and the increasing relevance of knowledge generated in certain fields to policy issues and political debates. These changes, including the growing importance of information technology in particular, have led to important shifts in the institutions that support and underlie research enterprise, such as scholarly publishing. They also have important implications for the ability of researchers, research institutions, journals, and sponsors to foster integrity and prevent research misconduct and detrimental research practices. Let's take a look at the future of research, the emerging trends, and new directions in scientific inquiry. The world of research is constantly evolving, and staying on top of emerging trends is crucial for advancing scientific inquiry. With the rapid development of technology and the increasing focus on interdisciplinary research, the future of research is filled with exciting opportunities and new directions. With these emerging trends, embracing interdisciplinary research and harnessing the power of technological innovation, researchers can make significant contributions to scientific inquiry and address some of the world's most pressing problems, including that in the academe and education system. To name a few are the following: rapid development of technology. From big data analytics to machine learning and artificial intelligence, technology is changing the way research is conducted that opens up new venues for scientific inquiry. With the ability to process vast amounts of data in real time, researchers can gain insights into complex problems that were once impossible to solve. Then, increasing focus on interdisciplinary research is another one. As the boundaries between different fields of study become more fluid, interdisciplinary research is becoming essential for addressing complex problems that require diverse perspectives and expertise. By combining the insights and methods of different fields, researchers can generate new insights and solutions that would not be possible with just a single discipline approach. Then the use of virtual and augmented reality, which is to enhance scientific inquiry that have the potential to transform the way experiments are conducted in visualizing data and collaborating with other researchers. More so, this can allow researchers to explore complex data sets in 3 dimensions, enabling them to identify patterns and relationships that would be difficult to discern in 2 dimensional representations. Then we also have the use of open science practices. Open science involves making research data, methods, and findings freely available to the public for dissemination purposes while facilitating collaboration and transparency in the scientific community. It can indeed help to accelerate the pace of research by enabling researchers to build on each other's work more easily while reducing the potential for a duplication of effort. Then we also have the last one with scientific innovations. With new technologies and approaches being developed, this can address some of the world's most pressing problems in present and future generations. Now, let us consider the trends in qualitative research, which is now becoming in trend and demand in every research undertaking. Qualitative research is a valuable approach to explore and understand human experiences, behaviors, and meanings. It can help you gain insights into stakeholders and inform decisions, strategies, and actions. It involves and adapts to new contexts, challenges, and opportunities. And these strategies include online and mobile platforms, which are used to collect, analyze, and share data in convenient, flexible, and accessible way for both the researchers and participants, especially in times of social distancing or travel restrictions. They can also enable new forms of data generation, such as video diaries, screen recordings, or geolocation tracking. However, online and mobile platforms also pose some ethical, technical, and methodological challenges, such as ensuring data quality, security, and consent, as well as adapting to different digital literacies and cultures. Then, creative and visual methods. These methods aim to elicit and represent data, including drawing, collage, photography, video, storytelling, or mapping, among others. They can help researchers and participants to express, explore, and communicate complex, emotional, or tacit aspects of their experiences, as well as to generate rich and diverse data. Well, creative and visual methods can also foster engagement, empowerment, and co creation among researchers and participants, as well as among audiences and stakeholders. However, creative and visual methods also require careful planning, facilitation, and interpretation, as well as ethical and aesthetic considerations. Then, the mixed and multimodal methods. These methods are used to integrate and complement different types of data, sources, and perspectives to address different research questions, strengthen the validity and reliability of findings, and enhance comprehensiveness and depth of the analysis. Multimodal methods can combine different modes of data, such as text, image, sound, or gesture, to capture and convey the richness and complexity of human communication and interaction. However, mixed and multimodal methods also demand a high level of expertise, coordination, and resources, as well as clear and coherent rationals and frameworks. Next is participatory and collaborative methods. The use of participatory and collaborative methods can involve and empower participants and stakeholders in the research process that include co-design, action research, participatory evaluation, or community-based research. among others, and can help researchers and participants to co create knowledge, solutions, or change based on their needs, values, and experiences. Participatory and collaborative methods can also foster trust, reciprocity, and social impact among researchers and participants, as well as among wider communities and societies. However, participatory and collaborative methods also entail ethical, political, and practical challenges, such as managing power relations, expectations, and conflicts, as well as ensuring quality, rigor, and sustainability. Then, last is reflexive and creative or critical methods. The use of reflexive and critical methods to examine and challenge the assumptions, biases, and implications of the research process and outcomes. These methods can include reflexivity journals, critical discourse analysis, or feminist or decolonial approaches, among others. They can help researchers and participants to acknowledge and address the influence of their positions, perspectives, and values on research, as well as the potential impact of research on the participants, the context, and the knowledge. These methods can also promote ethical, responsible, and transformative research practices and outcomes. However, reflexive and critical methods also require high level of awareness, openness, and humility, as well as willingness to question and change one's own beliefs and actions. Let's consider as well the trends and skills for the future of research. Technological advancements have made it easier than ever for organizations to access large amounts of data. However, with this information overload comes the challenge of managing, analyzing, and reporting on the data. Organizations are increasingly relying on professional researchers and research analysts to turn these large amounts of data into information they can use to make strategic decisions that will positively impact the operations. Now, then, let us pay our attention to the emerging research trends and techniques. Regardless of specific role or training, professional researchers need to understand the emerging trends and new techniques in this field to excel in their careers. One is predictive analytics, which refers to a sophisticated form of analysis using current and historical data to forecast future outcomes. Although using analytics to draw predictions about the future is not a new practice, predictive analytics is at the forefront of data analysis because of the advanced techniques involved. Some of the tools used in this practice include machine learning, artificial intelligence, data mining, and statistical and mathematical algorithms. These advanced tools and models allow for the creation of more accurate and dependable future predictions of trends, behaviors, and actions. Later, I'll share with you some of the common research AIs that are in market and in place in today's time. Then we have digital tools and AI tools. Advancements in digital tools continue to change the way researchers work. In fact, it can be a challenge for researchers to stay up to speed with the new resources available to them. Here's just a few digital tools and trends that support and simplify the work of researchers. Search faster and easier. Researchers can spend less time searching for the right information by using search engines and curator sites that I will mention later. Manage and share data like code and data sharing that are becoming more common among researchers with sites like CodeOcean and Data Hub that provide data management, storage, and sharing. Then manage references. Sites such as EndNote and citation styles help researchers electronically manage their bibliographies, citation styles, and references. Then connect with fellow researchers. Sites such as academia and Adgene help researchers get expert advice and identify opportunities to collaborate or share findings. Then, data visualization from the widespread use of infographics in educational materials to storytelling on social media platforms through video and pictures. There's a clear trend toward more frequent visual communication in society. When applied to data analytics, visualization is used to describe the practice of taking standard data and statistics and displaying them in a visually creative way. Researchers who want their analyses effectively communicated should take note of this trend. For example, a simple research report that presents the findings in a large numerical spreadsheet may be hard to understand and confusing to the average person. If that same information was displayed in a graphic chart or by telling story with images, then readers would more likely have a clearer picture and understanding of the report's main points. I would like to share with you common research digital or AI tools that are in place today. Consensus, Research Rabbit, ChatGPT, Grammarly, Site, Semantic Scholar, Killbot, Mendeley, ChatPDF, Browse AI, Trinka AI, and Elicit. So let's take a look at the three academic research trends that reshape university spaces, technology support services, and teaching learning process. Trend 1: more complex, coordinated, and collaborative research methodology. With the increase in technological advancements, research regulations, and funding limitations, the process of research is becoming increasingly complex, and researchers have much more to do than just pursue their research topics. As a result of growing operational complexity, research today requires larger teams and more coordination among researchers. Then let's move on to trend 2: applied research with social economic impact. Academic institutions are partnering with organizations and communities to address important societal challenges like poverty, climate change, and social justice, to name a few. Alongside societal impact, universities are increasingly considering the potential commercialization of a research discovery. Then the third one and last, we have technology enabled research and scholarly communication. Not only are researchers studying and developing new technologies, but they are also using technology in conducting academic research and disseminating results in new ways. From the rise of digital publication outlets like blogs to computational tools like Qualtrics, the use of technology allows for faster access and more efficient management of data, fewer errors, and experimentation with the previously impossible. Among previously impossible is research conducted via computer simulation, often enabled by high performance computing centers with vast amounts of processing power, in contrast and complementing more traditional in vitro and in vivo research methods. A common thread among these centers is providing resources in an accessible manner, which drives the point that computational skills are gaining importance in the research practices of all disciplines. Let's take this challenge. How can you change your spaces, services, and staffing to better support these recent trends in research methodology? Well, in order for an institution to create a successful environment for academic research, each of the trends needs to be carefully considered and analyzed. Begin to think of the spaces, services, and operations needed to support these trends. But on the darker end, the purpose of research has been compromised when it becomes just for compliance, ranking, and promotional increment in accomplishment only. And along this end, let us realize that education and academia become the center stage of all these research developments. Let me share with you the top 10 challenges faced by researchers in developing countries, which are not different even with what we experience. We have lack of scientific training, lack of communication, time management, not having definite deadline, quantity of literature, implementing quality of writing within the literature review, insufficient data, lack of confidence, concern and focus that is either still too broad or too narrow, library management. Now let's reflect. Where are we now amidst these trends and future directions, especially in the global arena? CHED calls the attention of the colleges and universities to recalibrate research production, veering away from the traditional and all-time systems and mechanisms. We commonly observe that undergraduate and graduate student researches, and even some faculty researches, are confined and boxed in traditional systems. While research outputs are multi-replicated and reduplicated 100-fold. Hence, the research integrity becomes an issue that impedes research process. Plagiarism in research becomes rampant everywhere. Insufficient data treatment and non-substantial analysis of results become alarming in the research world. Commercialization of research from production to publication with the advent of predatory journals and publications contribute to the exigence of non-substantial researches by putting more emphasis on commercialization rather than its dissemination and utilization. Overall, research quality and integrity are being compromised. The challenge is that research is a way of life. It leads to national policy formulation and social transformation, economic development, technological advancement, and the rising of new cities and community progress and educational progress. Let's move forward to research competitiveness by linking research and global educational transformation. Educational transformation refers to the systemic changes in the prevailing educational model, distinguishing itself from the theories that defend reforms or renovations of some elements of the model, maintaining the substance of the traditional teaching and learning process and its organization and culture. Transforming education means empowering learners with knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes to be resilient, adaptable, and prepared for the uncertain future while contributing to human and planetary well-being and sustainable development. The main purpose of educational research then is to expand the existing body of knowledge by providing solutions to different problems in pedagogy while improving teaching and learning practices. Many of the educational practices used in schools today have emerged from activities that resemble research techniques. Therefore, research provides educators and schools with valuable information about how students learn so they can be more effective teachers as soon. It also helps us develop new methods and techniques and allows educators to explore different topics and ideas in more detailed manner. Thus, it would be research that can make change in the way institutions operate and process teaching and learning. In conclusion, research has been placed in the mainstream of educational development as a laying ground of social, political, environmental, and economic progress. A number of emerging trends and future directions in scientific inquiry and research pose a significant reflection among us in the academe, especially in teacher education. These include rapid development of technology, increasing focus on interdisciplinary research, the use of open science practices and scientific innovations, while there are also trends in qualitative research, such as online and mobile platforms, creative and visual methods, mixed and multimodal methods, participatory and collaborative methods, reflexive and critical methods. We also need to emphasize the trends and skills for the future of research and its new directions that focus on sustainability and environment and on mental health and well being. As such, let us underscore new trends and techniques for researchers, such as predictive analytics, digital tools, and data visualization. Along this end, there are three academic research trends that are reshaping university spaces, technology, support services, and teaching learning process. To wit, more complex, coordinated, and collaborative research methodology, applied research with social and economic impact, and technology enabled research and scholarly communication. As we point out the status of the researchers in many Philippine institutions, it may lead us to rethink and revitalize research models and frameworks that would be able to realize the role and purpose of research toward reforming educational landscape of our institutions toward transforming social contexts, considering that research is a way of life and the school is at the center of the research core. List to mention are the challenges faced by researchers, be it locally or internationally, that should be addressed and mitigated as we link research to global educational transformation. With all this, we hope that in the next years to come, research shall prevail and emerge to be of standard so that it may serve its purpose of reshaping every teacher education institution or higher education institution, be whatever context and type, towards sustaining quality education that would propel a progressive nation. May our prayers and intentionality on this matter be heard and happen. Congratulations, PAFTA Region 5, the Bicol region, for this Teachers and Educators Congress as you gear up for research trends and global educational transformation competitiveness. Thank you, and once again, a pleasant day. Diyos mabalos, mabuhay, Bicol region, the island close to my heart, where my roots spar as the birthplace of my beloved mom. Kudos everyone. Good morning.